Attention, listener, I have an assignment for you. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to engage with the Real Nerds, aka the best podcast on the internet. You can listen to their episodes on their website, realnerdspodcast.com. And you can also listen to them on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and iTunes. Follow their social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This message will self-destruct never.
This is Real Nerds Podcast, and for 10 years, we have been seeing a new movie and podcasting our experience to the world. This week, we saw Willy's Wonderland. Stay tuned to the end of the episode, where we'll tell you should see the film, play the trailer, and spoil it. I'm joined via video conferencing by Brad.
Hey.
And Zach.
Hey.
What's up, boys?
Oh, just working hard and eating fish sticks.
Man, I haven't had fish sticks in forever. Are you eating Gordon's fish sticks, or what kind of fish sticks are we talking about?
Yeah, we talking elegant, freezer ones, or are we talking fast food ones?
Elegant ones, I guess. They were air fried in an air fryer.
Ooh.
So from...
for the Super Bowl, I went to a friend's house, and he made wings in the air fryer, and they came out really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna try some other things because they're pretty good. They're just bread and fish, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have a hard time eating fish sticks because I'm allergic to shellfish. But when I was younger, I used to eat them, and my grandparents would always get filet of fish for us at McDonald's. Don't know why. Guess I really don't miss them.
I mean, it never seemed that appealing.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to miss them. You'll die otherwise. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. We're really exciting.
What are you up to, Ryan?
Ryan, tell us a story.
Actually, I've been reading a lot of comics. My house is really quiet now. My little boy had today off from school, and he was really good, but it's one of those days where you guys don't have kids, but there's days when he just won't stop talking, and he's really excited about everything, and it's hard because he's not being naughty, and he's being really nice and really sweet, but he just won't stop. And
he's kind of acting like me daily.
Yes. And I was hoping that if I took him to an arcade, he'd play and burn some energy off, but going to the arcade, it just gave him more energy. And then I went to Barnes and Noble and just looking for anything, a book or a movie, and just trying to kill time really with him. And while we're there, he wanted a Cthulhu from Dungeons and Dragons to put his dice in. Then he wanted this treasure chest thing, and then he won't stop talking. And buddy, oh my God.
I ran to that kid at Target the other day. He was just pretty much just narrating his entire life in the moment. And it was just oh my God, I got to get out of this aisle.
My kid's being a really nice boy. He's not being naughty. He's being really sweet. He's, talking and being nice. But it's just oh my gosh, dude. Yeah. And so then we came home, and I had corned beef in the crock pot. So then I shredded it up, made a salad, some corned beef. And Kellen says, I want to watch a Predator movie. And I said, yeah, sure, why not? And so he chose Predator 2, because in that one, the Predator crashes through the bathroom and fixes his cut off arm. And so the whole time he's jumping around, wearing his Predator mask, eating the beef, saying, this is the lady's leg I'm eating. Now I'm eating this guy's hand. Isn't this Predator crazy? Watch what this Predator does now. And this Predator's jumping off the couch, but this couch is really a building. And then he's going to shoot his laser, and then he's going to eat this person some more. And then now the Predator is going to jump all around. And now he's going to repeat what you say. Daddy, tell me that I'm scared of you. Okay, now say it, Daddy. I'm scared of you. Okay, Daddy, now the Predator's going to jump. Oh my God.
It's
an hour and 48 minutes. That's how long Predator 2 is.
Ryan, can I make an observation as a non-licensed professional?
Yeah.
Okay, it seems as if your kid is a dork, and he's an adorable dork, and you should be proud of him. I totally understand the exhaustion, but I'm just like, it's cool. It's a little Ryan. No, it's a literal
really
little
fun.
Lion.
I mean, he's been getting like that. We've been playing Smash Brothers a lot, and so he gets really excited when a new challenger approaches, and it's just. And again, he's not being naughty at all. He's being really nice. It's just like, holy shit, dude. And, and then yesterday we were just hanging out and he said, Daddy, I want to watch Army of Darkness. I'm like, man, this is awesome. And so I'm putting it in and he's cheering every time Ash does something cool. And it's really fun being a parent, but sometimes you're like, fuck, man. So that's why I turned off the TV. I'm reading Spider-Man. Like, it's kind of nice. So that's what I've been doing the last hour.
Well, we were recording earlier, and he was like, I didn't hear him say anything. The only interference we had was internet dips or whatever. But
he was playing. He plays Plants vs. Zombies: Garden Warfare. Mm-hmm. And if he's locked into that game, he'll play it for a long time. And he's being a good boy. Like I said, he's not being naughty. He's not being a little booger. He's just excited.
I'm imagining a commercial for a medication going are you suffering from parent fatigue? Is your kid acting a little bit annoying? Then why don't you take and then insert whatever the miracle drug is?
And tomorrow I have to take him to school because Laura does her clinicals for her nursing fucking shit, which is fine. But so after I take him to school, I go to the gym and then I was going to come home and just watch movies. But Laura says, oh, I don't have a clinical tomorrow. I only have to go to training for work. So when I come home, can we hang out? I love being married. I love having a kid. But some days, you just want to not do anything.
Ryan, can I alleviate your fears a little bit here?
Sure.
I live in constant fear that I'll die alone. So that's something that is off your table, and you're fine.
Well, you'll live longer, but... No, it's fine.
Wandering the wasteland like our hero this week.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys are the same way, but sometimes when I get like this and I can feel I'm starting to get irritated, I like to go just to comic stores. It's not necessarily to buy anything. I like to sit in this just the long boxes and just flip through shit.
Just look around, It
helps recenter me. And now tomorrow I'm not going to be able to do it. And then I got annoyed because DC had a special comic come out last week called Love is a Battlefield. And I forgot to put it in my hold slot at Hero Headquarters. So I'm afraid I didn't get it. And it's one of my most favorite artists who's been on Real Nerds Podcast, Rebecca Isaacs. And she drew the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy story, two of my favorite characters by one of my favorite artists, and I forgot to reserve it. So then I went on to my comic shop today and it's sold out. So, yeah. And I didn't think it's going to because it's a $10 comic. And I didn't think it was going to. And now I'm going to maybe tomorrow see if I can track it down somewhere.
You should have told me I was out Sunday and Monday.
I know, I didn't even think about it. You even text me and I did not even think about it.
It's Love is a Battlefield. Sorry, which comic again?
It's just called Love is a Battlefield.
Love is a Battlefield?
Harley and Poison Ivy are on the cover.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm going to go tomorrow. I might be able to find it. And who knows, maybe Hero Headquarters put it in my hold slot because I get all the Harley stuff. So maybe they're just like, oh, Harley Quinn's on this. We'll put it in his hold slot.
You should check a Time Warp too, because when I was there, it's just their shelves are just stuffed with books, they're just crammed.
Oh man, I haven't been to Time Warp. That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a 5280 where it's just a mess of books on the shelf all mixed together. I mean, there is some delineation, but I mean, they're full shelves, they're stacked. So it might be in there.
I might do that.
If
Maybe I'll
neither of you
talk
get
Laura
over there
into going to Boulder tomorrow or something.
Yeah, if neither of you get over there, let me know. I'll drive over and pick it up because I want to see. I haven't been to a comic shop in I think since Brad and I went to the Mile High Warehouse, which was 2 years ago. Brad?
I'm hoping I'll be able to find it, and if not, I mean, it's not like that big of a deal. But
yeah, no, I get you. But you want it, and I mean, I don't know.
You guys don't know how hard my life is. I have a kid who loves me and is really sweet. My wife loves me. I can't find a comic book I want.
You're vaccinated, and you get to go to Disney World in a few days.
Yeah, fuck.
Brad,
get your life together.
I know.
Oh God, yeah.
You're the host of a highly successful 10-year podcast.
I know. Hey, good job on the cover photo. That was fun.
That was dope.
Yeah,
this looks fantastic.
I mean, I want to say I encouraged you because I said we should update our logo about a couple months ago. So I'm pretty sure that I'm the real reason it looks so nice. But
I mean, you literally are. Like, I was not going to do anything with it until you said something, and then it took me like 2 months to kind of just come up with that. So
no, it looks good.
It was better than my idea to just write 10 years with a Z instead of an S in crayon. So.
But make the Z like spray paint.
Yeah.
Because so it's extreme.
Radical and tubular.
This isn't your dad's podcast.
Oh my God, Brad, don't bring up that bit because I'll just start giggling randomly. Finally, an egg for my generation. I am
excited because The Last Ronin #2 comes out finally too this week.
I know. I gotta basically camp out at all the stores to just make sure stuff gets in my slots on Wednesday.
I know I'm not gonna be able to make it on Wednesday because I have my job. I have so much evidence to go over that I have to go in early. So hopefully,
can't you just like put a comic book in front of like whatever evidence you're holding?
That'd be sweet.
Like the Playboy inside the comic book type thing.
Yes.
Wasn't it comic books inside of textbooks and then you put Playboys inside of comic books? It's like a weird Russian nesting doll.
You want me to pick you up one if I get it? Or is it like already on hold for you?
I don't think it's on hold for me. If you get me one, I'll still pay you for it. I don't mind having 2 of them.
Okay.
Or if you can find like maybe not the main cover, because I'm guessing I would get the main cover. Because I told him I wanted The Last Ronin, but I haven't had very good luck sometimes when I've asked for issues of new comics.
Yeah.
Of them continuing it. Like, I keep on telling them I want Amazing Spider-Man A cover, and they can give me the B cover too. And then last time I was there, they only gave me the B cover again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you could find one that's maybe not the main cover, I'll totally pay you for it. As long as you get all the ones you want.
I mean, I haven't seen really any variant covers of those books at all, like in stores. Like they've pretty much been all online. But yeah, we shall see what they get because
yes,
it's very limited these days.
Yes, too right. Anyways, we also talked about movie news, movies we've been watching, movies that are coming out on Blu-ray. Yeah, we've been doing this for 10 years. So stay tuned.
I just remembered. This is the week I beat Zach in consecutive appearances.
Yeah, fuck you, Zach.
It's fine. I won this weekend.
That's true.
Yeah.
But just a heads up, we're going to do our 100 favorite films of our 10 years of the podcast. There is some rules that it has to be a new film that was our film of the week.
So main review, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, if we did not do that, then we'd have Raiders of the Lost Ark and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
North by Northwest, and
yeah.
Our number ones would be would be easy to put together. So
yeah. So basically, what we're doing is out of 480 something movies, we each are going to whittle it down to our top 100, and in 10 movie increments, we're going to all sit down and we won't know what list is what. We're going to put together a master list of the Real Nerds top 100 films, It's basically going to be a debate on why this movie should be on the list and why another one should not be.
It's going to be boring for me because I'm just going to say Mank and Get Out and Us the whole time. So,
I mean, at 100, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll allow Mank at 100. And also, too, on top of those, we still will have our retro film explosions, which we probably have to do the 81 pretty soon, right, Brad?
Yeah, it was actually today. I was thinking sometime in March, I think we got to get rolling on it because nowadays they're 5 apiece each year.
Yeah, maybe before Kong and Godzilla. So I think that's March 23rd, something like that.
Oh, I can't remember when that's coming out. Yikes.
So, so in maybe 3 or 4 weeks, we'll do that.
It's such bad advertising when, like, I've seen that trailer a dozen times and I don't know when it's coming out.
I think it's March either 31st or 23rd. I can't remember, but or maybe we'll do it the week after Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is the 18th.
Oh yeah. What'd you think of us doing a Alamo screening for that?
I love that idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. Is it something they can show?
That's what I have to look into, like, because they'd have to stream it on HBO Max. So,
unless I heard there's a Blu-ray coming out of it, is what Digital Bits has been saying. So,
I found hard to believe it'd be right away. That seems like something they would put out, in August or
I don't
October.
know. It might be. The only thing I think it might be right away is because they're not doing a theatrical release, and they spent $80 million on it, so they might be trying to get as much money out of it as they can. I don't know.
But like having the Blu-ray would de-incentivize people to subscribe to HBO Max. So,
they'll probably do a 30-day window before it comes out on Blu-ray, kind of like how they do with other things.
Yeah.
That, or if I was them, I would put it out on Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray comes with, a 7-day trial of HBO Max, where they have to put in their credit card, and then people will forget that they put in their credit card, and they'll get charged for a month.
If I was
Not saying
Alamo,
I've ever done that on subscription-based things. I'm just saying.
If I was Alamo, I would just program a screening anyway. Like, why are they?
Yeah. Who knows? They might.
I'm surprised theaters aren't just jumping at it. Like, yeah, we'll stream it.
They might. Who knows? It's far enough out. Still a month out.
Yeah.
And 4 hours, though. That's a long fucking sit through. They'd probably have to have an intermission or something.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, because usually the Alamo block when you rent is 4 hours, but obviously it's the movie plus like in and out, so it's maybe like 4.5 hours of rental time. So would they charge you for like a second 4-hour block, or just let you roll with the 4 hours and just kind of fudge it a bit?
Oh, I have no idea.
I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Let's test it on another
laptop so you can stream it off your laptop.
Let's test it on another 4-hour movie. Like, what do we know that's 4 hours?
Hamlet.
Lawrence of Arabia.
Hamlet.
Titanic comes pretty close.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's not exactly 4 hours, but it comes close to it.
Well, I think Hamlet is 4 hours. So.
Okay.
Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah, that too.
There we go.
Anyways,
I was just sitting there like thinking about watching it. I was like, man, this is just, it seems so epic. It sucks that I have to like watch it here with like, I mean, it's still 55-inch TV, but it's stereo.
Yeah, I felt that when I was watching Wonder Woman. It just needed a little more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Needed a little punch.
Yeah. Before we dive into our normal show, Zach, you had quite the weekend.
Yeah. Sorry. Full disclosure, when I do the news segment, I'm not exactly sure what happened this week, so I kind of picked random articles. Yeah, we did the virtual Jack Benny convention. It was started by Laura Leibowitz, who is the president of the Jack Benny fan club, who I've known since I was 10 years old. And in addition to two of my panels that I did, I also played archivist to the convention. So I recorded everything both through Zoom and through my pod track, and sat there in front of the computer for basically two full 12-hour days and 4 hours on Friday. So, it's been a long week, but I'm sure Ryan's alluding to the fact that I did indeed have a panel with Mr. Leonard Maltin, which was pretty freaking cool, guys. It was pretty freaking cool. Our panel went over a little bit, and part of it was due to the fact that one of our panelists, Kathy, was braving a snow. There's like she's in Texas, and I guess they were coming up with some kind of cold front or something, but their internet was getting knocked out all over the place, so she had to keep moving around, so the reception was off. But she powered through it and delivered some wonderful analysis from her time as a professor of media studies and film history at UT. And Leonard was really cool. He insisted that we call him Leonard, so that took a lot of edge off. And he was very patient, and he suffered through me trying to guide the panel while also making sure that I got insights on each of our films. So, and I don't know how well I did, but they were freaking fantastic. I think I might have been a little too overbearing. I don't know, but I guess I'll have to let other people be the judge of it. But it sounded like everybody who was watching, which we had at our max levels, we had over 150 people watching, which is, I mean, it's not like, Twitch streaming numbers or whatever, but it's a lot considering it's a convention for a comedian that nobody thinks about anymore. And we were streaming on Facebook too, with anywhere upwards to 50 to 70 viewers. So it was pretty successful considering. On the night before, we had Harry Shearer because Harry was a cast member of Jack's radio and television show when he was a kid. So he had a lot of memories to share. And I told Ryan, I texted Ryan this, but there was a color episode of the show that they filmed because it was the early days of, I think it was either CBS or NBC doing color, and they aired it in color. And he tried to find out if the color episode still existed. And it turns out they didn't preserve the color prints of that show. It only exists now in its black and white backup. So there's another lesson for preservation, because there would have been a full episode of the Jack Benny Show in color with him taking the Beverly Hills Beavers to the fair. But we also had a lot of children of stars of the show and folks who were close to Jack. We talked to Kelly Stewart, who was James Stewart's daughter, and I texted Ryan this. I did my impression of her father stupidly.
I not believe you did that.
She did not bat an eye, and she rolled with it. So and
after years of me telling you that your impression of James Stewart is garbage.
You did not tell me that one was garbage. You told me the other ones are garbage.
I just lump them all together, Zach, at this point.
Okay, that's fine. Fair enough. But actually, it was interesting. Somebody brought up a Hitchcock question. I didn't. I was like, well, we need to stick to the Jack thing, and I've got to monitor these recordings. So whenever I went in for a question, it was mainly just to kind of field, because there's a Q&A section on Zoom when you do a webinar. And so I would pop through and ask the questions, and somebody brought up Hitchcock. And then at some point I just chimed in to kind of back up, the discussions on Rope and Rear Window, and we both clicked on Rear Window being our favorite Jimmy Stewart movie. So I was like, that's really cool. And then she brought up It's a Wonderful Life and the fact that it was colorized, and we got into a conversation about colorization, which I'm like, this is interesting. It doesn't have to just be Benny related, because this swath of Golden Age Hollywood and Golden Age entertainment is so large, you got a lot of fans who want to ask questions across the board. We had Noel Blanc, who was Mel Blanc's son, and he had some wonderful stories about his father and Jack, and also just his father's career at Warner Brothers doing those cartoons for so many years. And he alluded me to a picture book, Ryan, that I need to send you the link to, but it's called Melvin the Mouth. And it's a children's book about Mel Blanc as a kid. And it's got neat illustrations and pictures. It's basically about the origin of why he became the man of 1,000 voices based on the recollections of, I believe it's his granddaughter. I'm not sure. It looked like there was a blank name attached to it. But But and then we talked to Evangela Anderson, who was Eddie Rochester Anderson's daughter, and she and I ended up getting in contact afterwards on Facebook. But she was very she was trying to understand why her father's legacy isn't talked about in the scheme of pioneers of African Americans in cinema, and I do agree, because he's a very valid voice in that discussion. And I told her, like, a lot of what her father did for his work with Jack is like very pioneering and groundbreaking for, interracial portrayals on screen, and to have his legacy not really be considered amongst that is really quite shocking. But she had wonderful, she was not sure if she was going to want to do it, and Laura and her talked, and she got calm, and once she got rolling, she was giving us stories that we just never knew. We talked to the Benny family, the remaining Benny family. Jack's daughter Joan was on the line briefly, but I think she really wanted to lead the panel over to her children, who had reminiscences about their grandfather. And then I did a panel with Jeff Mark, who wrote the definitive Lucy book about What's My Line, which Ryan ended up helping me in prep for that, because I texted you immediately after I got assigned that panel. And you're right. I said it before, like a couple weeks back, that rabbit hole of What's My Line is freaking insane. Like you don't stop. Like, have you gone through everything that's on there?
No, I've seen quite a few of them though. They're easy to watch.
They're all there. Like, everything that survives is there. And like, apparently there was there's something like he said this in the Q&A, is just like the kinescopes, like What's My Line kinescoped everything. They never really went to tape. So that's why they all vary in quality. And then the big thing really, though, I'm just going to tell this story and then I'll stop, because I know I'm probably getting annoying, but we had Stuart Kanan at our show, and Stuart Kanan is a violinist who is a concertmaster for the LA Symphony Orchestra. But when he was 10 years old as a kid in New York, he got on to Fred Allen's program. Fred Allen was a kind of a Jon Stewart of his era, and he did comedy mixed with, political and newsworthy satire. And he would have a talent show kind of thing on his show. And this 10-year-old kid, Stewart, got up there and played Schubert's song, The Bee, on his violin. And it caused Fred Allen to remark, "How do you like that? 10 years old and already he plays better than Jack Benny." And that kicked off a feud that would go on for the rest of pretty much up until Fred's death, where it was Jack and Fred battling back and forth on air, both on radio and in television and in one movie. But Stewart ended up getting older. He went through World War II. He was a rifleman at Potsdam, and he played the fiddle for Harry Truman when he came overseas. And after he got out of the war, he ended up becoming like a very renowned musician. And when he was older, he kind of helped, along with Isaac Stern, assisting Jack in getting him to the concerts that he would do for these benefit performances that would raise money for orchestra pensions. And I'll post it when I can, but I ended up getting a chance to ask him a question, because I couldn't miss this opportunity. And I asked him about what it meant to have Jack love the violin as much as he did, and what can you talk about the significance of those benefit concerts and what they did for the real world. And Stewart did not hold back. Like, he very much just laid out this solid fact of Jack not treating classical music as a joke. He treated himself as the joke. And as a result, his work ended up actually opening a lot of doors for people to get interested in classical music at that time, while keeping symphony orchestras alive. Something that now during COVID is alarmingly in an emergency mode because of the inability to perform live shows. And I nearly broke down. You can watch me in the video that I played back the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't realize I was that close to tears. I knew I was holding back stuff, but it was very visible on my freaking face. So that was out of anything that I did, the most affecting thing even apart from Leonard and Kathy, who are marvelous, and I'm talking with Kathy more on this, watching Stuart talk about Jack at 94 years old, still sharp as a tack. And there was a pre-recorded video of this, but at 94 years old, he is still playing the bee. And he did a performance of it, pre-recorded for us all to see. I got to see the video 2 days early, and it made me cry that night. Like, after all these years, he's still practicing daily, and he can still play that same number when he was 10 years old. After this whole lifetime, he still doesn't forget how the journey kind of starts for him. So it was a very moving weekend, but also very exhausting. And it technically capped off with Ryan and I doing an episode on yesteryear of To Be or Not to Be. So, but thanks for letting me talk about it a little bit, guys. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry I missed it.
The video will be available. Actually, I'll tell you guys. Like, I don't know if she removed it or not, but we live streamed to Facebook, and I don't know exactly which one it is, but you should be able to still see it. So, unless it's gotten taken down, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's I'm archiving it right now, so it'll be up soon enough. But anyway, yeah. And don't worry, Brad. I've missed a couple of your events recently, so I have no reason to expect it.
Well, if I could stream stuff while I'm working, then I would totally have done it.
They won't allow. Well, you've used your phone before, but not like you can't like do like those kind of live things.
Yeah, the thing that sucks is, I mean, I can use my phone, but I can't like focus.
Yeah,
on
no, I
that
totally
stuff
get that,
because I gotta focus on my job and my life.
I can't imagine. I'm surprised that you're able to multitask as well as you do. So I wouldn't expect.
Well, you know,
yeah,
that's
but no, I'm gonna work to get you guys access to it sooner. So
every week we dive into the world of what's coming out on Blu-ray. These are the Blu-ray releases for this week.
DVD releases and Blu-rays.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes.
Welcome to the Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
You know, I was never a fan of that show and or that movie.
Well, too bad, because Nickelodeon doesn't care what you think, and they put it out on Blu-ray.
Well, I mean, that's cool. I know it's really popular. I think I was a little too old. I think it was just after my Nickelodeon experiences.
I that sounds about right, because I was probably the right age for that movie, because I remember seeing it in the theater and we loved the heck out of it. But the Keenan and Kel movie Good Burger, which has resurged over the last couple of years. So yeah, if you want to check out early Kenan Thompson before it was the constant fixture in SNL, that'll be a treat for you. Harley Quinn, the complete first and second seasons coming out to Blu-ray. Like, I thought this already happened.
Nope. The first season's on DVD, which I own. But I'll be getting the Blu-ray from the fine folks at Warner Archive.
Yeah, that's where it's coming from, Warner Archive, which is also putting out Baby Doll from 1956. And then we got Kino Lorber coming out with a couple of things. They are doing Jetsons the movie, which I remember very fondly. It's actually
I remember very fondly too, not being very good. So.
Oh, but Ryan, it's Mel's last movie. Come on, have some fun. But yeah, and then The War, which I don't know what this is, but it's Kevin Costner looking down at Elijah Wood, and Elijah Wood looks way too happy. I don't know exactly what this movie is. Has anybody seen The War?
He's excited his little boy's going off to war.
No, I've seen this movie. I don't remember it though. That's something to do with Kevin Costner taking Elijah Wood somewhere. I don't think it's his kid.
Here's the plot synopsis. With the help of their friends Stu and Lydia Simmons are determined to build the ultimate treehouse, a place of wonder and magic. The father, Stephen, a newly returned Vietnam vet, has equally high hopes to rebuild his life and fulfill his family's dreams. This sounds I'm not gonna lie, this sounds extremely vague. What are the dreams? What are? I guess I'll have to watch the war.
I guess it is his son, but I don't. I've seen this. I don't remember it at all, though.
Maybe we should do a blind retro review of the war. Or you know what we can do instead, Ryan? We can watch San Francisco from 1936 with Clark Gable and Jeanette MacDonald from Warder Archive. How about that? That sounds fun, right? Everybody likes Clark Gable and his weird mustache. Yeah. And then The Cowboy Way with Woody Harrelson and Kiefer Sutherland. It says this is the joke. They're cowboys, but they're in front of New York City, and the tagline is how the East was won. And then Kino Classics is putting out Man with a Movie Camera from 1929. They're also putting out The Kid Stays in the Picture from 2002. That's the Robert Evans documentary that is so lovingly referenced by Patton Oswalt in his stand-up. And then the movie Film Worker, which is a documentary about one of Stanley Kubrick's assistants. Lovecraft County, season 1 is coming.
Country.
Lovecraft Country. Sorry. Country. Thank you, Brian. Brad. Whichever you are. You guys blended for me now. And then Brad, you saw this Arch Enemy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's available now on Blu-ray if you'd like to pick it up on a physical form. And then The Informer from 2019. I have no idea what this is, but looks like it's from the producers of the John Wick movies and Sicario. So, okay. That sounds interesting. And then from 1980, The Unseen. This is coming to you courtesy of Scorpion Releasing. Then, not going to lie, guys, everything else looks kind of dead. Sorry. Unless you want The Net and The Net 2.0.
Yes.
I mean, we really needed The Net 2.0, Ryan. How are we going to know how the story continued? And like who the hell's in The Net 2?
I have no idea. I didn't even know they made a second one of it.
Nikki DeLoach and Dennett Tackberg. I don't know who these people are. But I do know that Sandra Bullock was in it, and I also know that Dennis Miller is in it. And that he used to be a thing. Anyway, that's news. Or Blu-rays, sorry.
Movie news happens throughout the week.
It's real news.
All right, we'll start off with again, full disclosure, I have no idea what really happened, so I just picked things that I thought you guys might want to talk about. Gina Carano's gone from Star Wars. What happened?
She decided that she was going to compare being a Republican to being a Jewish person in Germany during World War II. So
that sounds silly. Why would you do that?
Because you believe weird conspiracy theories, and she was in trouble in November too about the rigged election and things like that.
Oh, boy.
And what's up?
Oh no, I said, oh boy.
Yeah, and they tried to give her a pass on that one, but then she just couldn't help herself. So,
gotcha. So then, yeah,
she self-destructed her own Star Wars career.
Yeah, she was playing Cara Dune. That much I knew. So yeah, she's gone then. Okay, all right. Let me find something more positive to think about. I guess I don't know. Ryan, you'll like this. I guess Sonic the Hedgehog 2 will be speeding into theaters April 2022. So I guess this is more good news for you than it is for me. But
I don't think so. Do you really not Sonic the Hedgehog? I don't think it's that bad.
I need to rewatch it. I didn't see it. No, I did see it, but I saw it. This was before the pandemic. So this is February when it came out last year.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Geez. I saw it in the theater. I remember being harsh about it, but I mean, if I'm looking back, it's the least egregious thing I saw last year. We all know what my least favorite thing I saw last year was, and I won't bring it up out loud. But yeah, no, I mean, I would be down for it because as much as I remember not liking it, I liked Jim Carrey in it, and they set him up to be in this next one. And my hope is if they do the second one, it takes place more in Sonic's land and less in the real world. But
well, it's definitely gonna have Tails in it because the 2 has Tails is 2 tails on it.
that's kind of neat. And I'm you know what? I'll go see it because it's sort of like, I guess it's sort of like my Transformers thing where it's like, I don't really like those movies, but I keep going back wondering what they could possibly do next. So this kind of falls in line with it. And then let's see. Clone High is getting a reboot from HBO Max. Clone High is something I haven't seen, but I know it's got a following around it. It's Bill Lawrence, who did Scrubs, created it, right?
I have no idea what it is.
Okay.
Didn't Miller and Lord?
They did. Yeah, they wrote for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like the premise is like it's a high school for clones of historical figures, and a modern refresh will be receiving a 2-season order. So yeah, I guess I'll need to check out Clone High. I'm not sure what it is. I know I've heard the name, but cool, they're bringing it back. Hooray. And then True Lies is gonna become a TV series at CBS. Hey, Ryan, I have a better idea. Do you want to hear my better idea?
Yes.
Give me the Blu-ray of that movie or a 4K of that movie and stop messing around.
James Cameron is really busy making the 30 Avatar films. Okay?
That's not busy. That's just idling time away because he doesn't actually have a movie coming out. God dang it. Like, I hate to be like the Debbie Downer on that, but God damn it. Like, I don't need, it's kind of like Lethal Weapon. Like, did we need a Lethal Weapon TV show? We didn't. Like, or if you were going to do it at a place where you can actually like break a bunch of boundaries and like, I don't know, curse. Like CBS is not a place to be doing a True Lies series. Like, I don't know. This just sounds like a bad idea, guys. But whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. And then Ryan, you need to tell me what's real and what's not. If this is reality or if this is not reality. Spider-Man 3 won't bring back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, according to Tom Holland.
I don't believe anything Tom Holland says.
Because if we all recall, Tom Holland is notorious for spoilers, but also not knowing how to shut up. Adorably so, by the way. I will say, like, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, they might not be in it. I mean, who knows? I know absolutely nothing about this movie.
Wait, Ryan, what if they answered one of my demands, but they took it too far? So not only is Willem Dafoe going to be in the movie, but he's going to play every role in the movie. Except for Tom Holland. Like, if you don't have those two, just give me Willem Dafoe. That's all I want. I don't give a shit otherwise.
What I love that Marvel's doing with it though is if later in that article Tom Holland says it's the most ambitious superhero movie ever. So Marvel is basically making it so Sony has to keep on letting them use Spider-Man because it's like setting up every other movie in the Marvel universe now. So it's awesome.
Yeah. They Sony. You know, it's funny. Sony needs Spider-Man, but Sony's also ended up getting a huge lap of talent in its pocket because of the Warner Brothers debacle. Because a lot of directors started jumping ship over to Sony because of Warner Brothers deciding to do what they did. And then Chappelle's Show is returning to Netflix.
It's already on there. I saw it there yesterday.
Yeah. He shared a video in one of his recent comedy shows on Instagram explaining what happened after calling for the boycott. I never asked Comedy Central for anything. Chappelle told his audience in the video, "If you remember, I said, I'm going to my real boss. I came to you because I know where my power lies. I asked you to stop watching the show. And thank God Almighty you did. You made that show worthless because without your eyes, it's nothing. And when you stopped watching it, they called me and I got my name back. I got my license back. I got my show back, and they paid me millions of dollars. Thank you very much." So this boils down to finally resolving a lot of shit with Comedy Central. And yeah, I'm happy that he's getting what he has rightfully deserved. So So yeah, and that means I can watch some Chappelle Show now again at last, because I lost my physical copies a while back. And then last but not least, send on something positive. We're gonna get a limited series about Josephine Baker, and Ruth Negga is gonna play Josephine Baker. If you recall, she's in the movie Loving, and God, she's in Preacher, right? I think.
Sure.
I don't know, Ryan or James, you need to confirm this for me. But anyway, yeah, Ruth Negga. She's really good in Loving. So I'm looking forward to seeing her play Josephine Baker. And that's real news, unless I missed anything important.
Cool. I don't think so.
Justice League trailer, I guess.
Yeah.
Was there, what did it have Hallelujah in it again?
No, this is like actually the actual trailer.
Oh, okay. Brad, what happened in it?
You see the pretty much like a dark side and all of his henchmen, and then Batman stands on top of like the Dark Knight Returns Batmobile tank thing, which people are excited about. I think is like one of the most nonsensical vehicles he's ever made. And yeah, there's black suited Superman doing his laser eyes, and then a bunch of recycled footage from the existing movie. So
then the Joker.
Oh yeah.
Wait. What?
Yeah, it seems like the Joker appears in an extended nightmare sequence with Batman.
Yeah, he's got Joker on the brain all the time.
But I'm done fighting this.
The Joker lives rent-free in Batman's head.
Yes, that's true, because it's his sworn archenemy, but it's who I think it is, isn't it?
It's Jared Leto.
God damn it!
What?
All right.
It seems like it's a different version though, too.
Yeah, it's like the Joker that just got done at working a shift at the deli.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He's got like an apron and everything.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, that's the that's the still image. In the trailer, he's got like a SWAT uniform on.
Huh.
Yeah, which is from the Greg Capullo run.
Okay. I'm not yeah.
It'd have been sweet if they did his, cut off face and it was stitched back on. That'd have been awesome.
I'm not opposed to the movie. I just, at this point, I'm just like, I won't know how to process it until I watch the movie.
It's funny about the film is, I want to see it because it'll be really cool to see a different version of it. But at the same time, I go, you do know that Zack Snyder's DC movies aren't that great.
And I'm wondering how much of that had to do with him or the studio, because he's been more than vocal about how the studio screwed him over. So,
well, he has his chance.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of getting the feeling like it's going to be like the Rise of Skywalker, where it's just fan service after fan service moment, and like no additional story is going to be like added to it.
Yeah,
like,
well, it's going to be an addition. How long is the theatrical Justice League? Maybe 2.5 hours?
Not even that. Like, it was like just a hair over 2 hours.
So you're basically getting another movie? Fuck.
Yeah. Which, that's, again, one of the reasons why I'm like, I will watch this, because I'm like, yes, I need to know.
I'll watch it. If it comes out on 4K, I'll own it.
and I am looking forward to somebody going over to Batman and going, granddaughter. But
I want to see how many more times Aquaman says, my man.
Yeah, my man. Hey, Ryan. He's dressed like a bat again. I dig it.
Yep. Anyways.
Yeah, that's news then.
We see films throughout the week in a segment I call What We've Been Watching.
So, this is the stuff we've been watching.
I wonder how many people know that I steal that from the Crypt Keeper and Tales from the Crypt.
I didn't.
No, every episode he introduces, he goes, "Kiddies, in tonight's gruesome tale, blah, 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 in the story I call Two Fists of Death."
Oh,
So,
okay. Yeah,
he always says in a story I call or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't put those dots together, but that's cool. That's a nice.
Yeah, I mean, any other early '90s HBO Tales from the Crypt fans out there? Hello?
Well, I like Tales from the Crypt. I don't watch it as religiously as you do, though. But
Doesn't the Twilight Zone do that?
No, submitted for your approval. A young
Yeah.
man who doesn't know how to quote the Twilight Zone properly. They can only be found in the Twilight Zone.
I'm almost afraid to suggest it, but what about Hitchcock?
No, Brad, you just
You
stop.
had to do it, Brad.
Brad, even I don't want to be here. Just stop.
Hey, Brad, what'd you watch this week?
Almost nothing. I started watching Harvey Birdman,
Nice.
like 2 episodes of that, and the first thought I had was like, oh yeah, Stephen Colbert does a voice in this. And I'm kind of just seen a couple episodes I've seen on Adult Swim before, so yeah, nothing to talk about. WandaVision, I could talk about that.
Yeah, WandaVision's incredible. Fuck.
Yeah, she. Oh no, that was last week. Yeah, no, the pretty much a fan servicey show where like there's so many nods to Marvel lore, like how, the comics, like how people want to see the heroes in the comics on screen. Like everything with the Halloween costumes is just like great. And they have that quick little reference to Kick-Ass.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just so clever. And then of course Vision trying to escape, and then
It had kind of a horror movie feel to it at points, I thought.
Well, yeah, when he confronts Agnes, and it really kind of, and he's walking through the town where everyone's kind of frozen.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it ends like on a huge, like, oh my God, she's just unleashing. Now what? Where's this going to go? So, yeah.
Good stuff.
That's all I watched this week.
Zach?
I already kind of did this up at the top of the show. I haven't watched anything really. I rewatched To Be or Not to Be, as I talked about, like the night before we recorded our episode, Ryan. I guess, I mean, yeah, I really don't have anything. It's really been that Benny convention. Can I just use it really quickly to tell one more story from the convention?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's. I'm sorry, this is all I really got this week. We did a panel with Harry Shearer and the Beverly Hills Beavers, as I mentioned earlier, but there was a moment when two of us, me and a guy who does radio recreations named Brad Strickland, we kept our video cams off for the most part. Like we kind of agreed, like without saying anything, to only pop in when we wanted to, like engage like sparsely, but not that much. And at one point, like Harry Shearer was talking about something in regards to Jack's performance. I can't remember, but at one point Brad just got on camera and did the Jack Benny pose with his hands. And I decided, like, well, I want to join in on this fun. Like I had no intention of like trying to steal any spotlight. I just wanted to come in and kind of peek in and do the Jack Benny pose. And I did it with my hand. And then all of a sudden Harry Shearer gives out the Jack line, "Now cut that out." And so like I giggled for a second and I turned off my camera. So it was like a nice little fun moment, like celebrating Jack's legacy with that. Like one thing that I will say about that whole convention was that like everybody was like sharing their different fandoms for things outside of Jack. Like I kind of want to start getting into Doctor Who, because it sounds like Doctor Who fans have a lot of fun. And it seems like people don't argue about it as much as other franchises. So I kind of want to, well, I mean, I don't know this off the top of my head. So like if there's controversies in the Doctor Who world, please let me know. But I think I'm going to start getting into Doctor Who because it sounds like some fun, and I'm pretty much almost done with The Mandalorian. So, but anyway, yeah, that's all I watched this week, guys. I'm sorry. I had one job.
this week I watched To Be or Not to Be. You can hear my musings of this fine film on a podcast that Zach does. And
But you need to tell us up front here on this show where this whole thing began.
yeah, no, To Be or Not to Be is fun. I'm a big Carol Lombard fan, and she's fantastic in the film. Yeah, definitely check it out. If you want to hear a 2-hour dissection of the film, you'll find it on Zach's podcast.
The Yesteryear Ballyhoo review. Yeah. You should actually, your episode, I think at the top of April, because I'm backed up. The next one's The Haunting with where I talked with Kev Moore for 4 hours on it.
Oh fuck, man! You have 2 months before mine drops. I'm not going to talk about it then. Jeez,
Ryan, guess what? You know what it means though? It means that yours is going to have some of the best production value because I have I have copies of the shows where so like this is kind of a spoiler for the discussion. Ryan and I talked about how Jack didn't promote that show really after Carol Lombard's death on his radio show. But there are recordings, as I mentioned, of Jack talking about the fact that he was about to start making the movie, and I'm going to lay them in at the top of the show. So I'm gonna make it a nice one because this is one of my favorite movies of all time. So it's not going to start with the normal theme. It's probably going to start with the Chopin military march that you hear at the top of the movie. So, but yeah,
very cool. I watched Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel, which delves into the mysterious disappearance of a Canadian woman at a seedy hotel in Los Angeles.
Is it a true story?
Yeah, it's very true. This young woman named Elisa Lamb went to the hotel. She disappeared while the cops were going through the security footage. There's this really creepy footage of her on the elevator, and they don't know what happened to her. And 19 days later, she was found dead in the water tank on the roof. And it delves into that, which it's, I think, 4 hours long. It's 4 episodes.
Netflix?
Yeah, it's made by one of the guys who helped make Paradise Lost. But this documentary I really wasn't that big of a fan of, in so much that the mystery of what happened to her is interesting, and then it becomes really sad. And about 2 hours of this documentary, they deal with internet sleuths and how there's a cover-up of what happened to her, and is this a clue? Is that a clue? Is this a clue? So it's a lot of just nonsense. Probably the coolest thing about this documentary is they treat the Cecil Hotel as a character, and it has a lot of it has a pretty sordid past, and I mean, it's right in the middle of Skid Row in LA, which is not a good place. And so that part's interesting. I already kind of knew the story of what happened to this young woman, and it's really sad. And so by having internet sleuths, and I'm using air quotes that no one can see, try to solve this mystery is kind of insulting, but because it's so far-fetched. Her story is really sad, but if you want to watch it, I mean, it's okay. I watched a horror film called Come Play, which is Gillian Jacobs from Community has a little boy who is autistic and can't speak. So he speaks through his phone or his tablet. And one morning while he's looking at his phone, this story pops up about a monster named Larry and how he doesn't have any friends. And this monster, the more his story you read, the more he comes into the real world. And his ultimate end goal is to take this little boy with him so Larry is not lonely anymore. And it's a pretty lean 82 minutes, I think, is the runtime on it. So it moves really quickly. The story is okay, but there are some really creepy moments in it. When the little boy has friends come over and stay the night, and they're not really his friends per se, because all they do is tease him. So they take his tablet and they start reading the story. And then when Larry shows up and wreaks havoc with the children, it's pretty creepy, because you can't see him, but you can see him with your smart devices. So you can see him through the camera on your phone or the camera on your tablet. And basically he's stuck in between worlds. So he can make it to our world without being seen, but he needs you to finish the story for it to become true, or I guess to make him really appear.
So is it kind of like the Babadook? Or...
Yeah, it has a Babadook feel to it. It's really interesting because of the child that has a disability, and the little boy who plays him's really good. Gillian Jacobs is really great in it. If I had one complaint, is it's somewhat predictable, and the creature is too CG at points. Where I think if they would have just done a practical creature, it would have been creepier. Because his character design is really cool, and there is some moments. The little boy, I can't remember his name for some reason. He goes to work with his father, who is an attendant at a parking lot. So they're in one of those little cubicle parking lot attendant booths. You know what I'm talking about? They're really small.
Yeah.
And
the toll booth things.
Yeah. So when his dad is looking at the story, and Larry is able to move through electricity. So when he gets in the parking lot, the wind is blowing and the debris. It's a really cool camera trick, but the camera is focused on the characters that are in the booth. But if you look over their shoulder, the debris is hitting Larry as he's standing outside. You can't see anything, but the papers and the other stuff is sticking to this monster. So, I mean, it's pretty well done. It's pretty effective. Little film that kind of came out of nowhere. It's interesting. I had a free rental from Redbox because I'm a T-Mobile subscriber, so you get free stuff every Tuesday. And so I had to get the DVD, which was a bummer, and it looks horrible, by the way. So if you're going to get it, I'd get it on Blu-ray. I haven't seen it on Blu-ray, but I'm guessing it looks better. But I'll probably wait till it's like $5 because there's absolutely no special features on it. Not even a trailer, which is also sad. And the last thing I watched is The Bluntathon Returned, with Emily Blunt's first film in 2 years. I mean, she had a kid, so, you know.
No excuse.
It's cool. And she made The Quiet Place Part 2, but Place.
That was delayed though, so.
Yes. And this movie, I don't know if it's like a harmless movie, and it's kind of cute. I love the soundtrack in it. In fact, I downloaded because Emily Blunt sings Wild Mountain Thyme. The film's called Wild Mountain Thyme, which is a traditional Irish hymn, and it's a really cute song. The story is there's these two feuding families, and Jamie Dornan from 50 Shades of Grey is one of the sons, and Emily Blunt is the daughter, and they're destined to be together, but things keep on popping up. So it's kind of like an Irish fairy fable too, I guess. Christopher Walken plays the dad in it, and I was concerned that he'd be doing an Irish accent throughout the film, but he's actually really good in it. This is another one. I got the DVD. Right? I got the DVD because it was at Target, and it's not on Blu-ray, and there's no features on it at all. It's literally just dumped on DVD. but it's like a cute movie. You know, it doesn't really break any new ground. It won't win any awards, but it's just kind of a nice film to put on. It's like a good palate cleansing film.
Like a blanket.
Yeah, and so Emily Blunt's great in it. You know, I knew she could sing, but she sings very well in the film. And it's just a cute movie. Some funny moments. Yeah, I don't, you know, yeah, it's not her best stuff, but again, it's a fun film. It's something you can turn on like on a Sunday afternoon and go, you know what, the world's okay. And yeah, it's just a cute movie, and there's some moments in it that are pretty touching. And John Hamm plays like the sexy American who comes over and tries to buy the farm from Christopher Walken. And
this seems unfair. Why can't he be Irish?
I know, but it's a cute movie. If you see it streaming, you could do a lot worse.
Okay. Brad or James really liked it, so
yeah, like I said, or if you want to borrow it from me, I have the DVD. You can't tell that I'm bitter about it at all.
Yeah, Ryan, I'm a pass on that, but I appreciate your special kind words.
But even the DVD, it looks pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie to you, it looks pretty nice.
Are they always after your Lucky Charms, Ryan?
Yeah. Damn leprechauns. So yeah, that's what I watched this week. This week on Real Nerds Podcast, we saw Willy's Wonderland. Brad, should people watch Willy's Wonderland?
Gosh. I don't know. I think you should watch this if you have one very specific goal in mind, and that's to watch Nicolas Cage just beat up a bunch of animatronic arcade characters. This movie's pretty shallow. Like that's what you're going in for, is just to kind of watch that. I was hoping for something a little more. You know, it's kind of in the same vein as Psycho Goreman,
but
kind of that retro throwback style. But it's just, I feel like Psycho Goreman satire is a little bit more than that, or at least has satire. Whereas this is like just blunt force. You're just watching Nicolas Cage punch out, not even like cleverly or like outsmarting him. He just blunt force beats up animatronic characters while a bunch of teens die around him. So yeah, it wasn't as fun as I was hoping.
Zach?
Yeah, I gotta echo Brad. I felt really disappointed in this film. There's a couple of reasons why I give it like a 2 stars and not like an absolute half a star or on Letterboxd, and we'll talk about him in the spoilers. But this film kind of frustrated me because about 2 weeks ago is when we watched Psycho Goreman, which is a lot of fun and actively tries to be inventive and care about its characters. And this film was, like, as Brad said, shallow. I'll go further and say it's like completely hollow. but hey, it's hard to make a movie, and these guys managed to pull it off somehow. So, eternal props to that mission as always. But yeah, I don't recommend it.
That's so funny. I'm actually flipped on this film from Psycho Goreman between you two guys. I actually had a lot of fun with this movie. One of the reasons I liked it more, I thought the soundtrack was cooler.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I think I don't know. It's just, there's something about it. I had more fun watching this movie because it was kind of zany and it did not make very much sense. And I watched it with Laura and we kept on having our own interpretations of what was going on. So it made me appreciate it more. And Laura said something to me that I thought was really apropos of this film is there's something to be said about an actor of Nicolas Cage's character that just goes for broke in a kind of movie like this.
Oh yeah,
and,
absolutely.
And I think that has a lot of its redeeming qualities.
Mhm.
Anyways, we'll get into spoilers next, and here's a trailer for Willy's Wonderland.
Welcome to Willy's Wonderland. Spend the night cleaning Willy's Wonderland, and I will pay to have your car fixed. Deal? You are officially on staff. Let's get the hell out of here. I can't stand to hear a grown man scream.
This place has a dark history. I know the bullshit story they told you. It's a lie. You're here to be a human sacrifice. Have you been listening to a word I've been saying? He's gonna die in here, but he won't listen to me.
The machines got out. Nobody is safe. Put your balls on, Evan. We're going to Willy's.
He's not trapped in here with them. They're trapped in here with him. It's your birthday, and we want you to have fun. It's your birthday, so let's it's birthday time.
I enjoy a man a few words.
Yeah, the plot isn't deep. We've mentioned it. Willy's Wonderland, Nicolas Cage is driving a cool car. His car gets a flat tire, and he's put in to pay off getting new tires to fix it because they don't have internet in this town. He's put into Willy's Wonderland to clean it up. And while he's there, the animatronics come to life to kill him, and you learn that it's a sacrifice because Willy's Wonderland was started by a serial killer, and they did a satanic ritual that had them put into the animatronics, and now the town bands together to make sure that they don't kill anybody in the town by feeding these animatronic animals people.
Yeah.
And that's the story of Willy's Wonderland. The end.
Well, that's been Real Nerds Podcast for this week.
I mean, it has its fun moments.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, I do appreciate that Nicolas Cage never says a word in the film.
That's why it's 2 stars for me, because I'm just like, that is awesome.
And he's very strict about his break taking.
Sorry. Laura and I were talking about that. Is he has to drink these energy drinks. And I kept on thinking, is that like he's a superhero and he needs these energy drinks and then playing pinball to get, his able to defeat these monsters?
Maybe.
Because there is some sort of like rhyme or reason behind what he's doing.
That's what's so frustrating is like I kept expecting more from the movie, and it would never just like it was either like full on exposition to where in the middle of the movie they just tell you like why certain things are the way they are, or it leaves so much up to like why, like it's just continue.
Yeah, no, I agree, but there's it's just really fun to me, and I love the synth score to it, and I mean, there's some really stupid parts in it. The 2 kids that are going to decide to have sex in the middle of this carnage is really bizarre. And
also,
I mean, the kid.
Also, like, why is this town even going through with this plan? Like, clearly, all you have to do is punch out the animatronics.
Well, that's what they think, but I mean, that's why I was having fun with it. I says, is the janitor, who's what Nick Cage's character's name is in this, is he just like some superhero dude who goes from town to town and kills demonic things? I mean, he could like have a whole franchise based off of his character.
Exactly, which is why here's something I'll say. I don't want to dismiss this movie entirely because I'll say this up front. My only real like absolute banging my head on the table moment with this movie was the way they delivered the exposition. apart from that, the only thing that was really underwhelming for me was certain elements of the lack of clarification on why Cage is there. But it's also a situation where I don't really care why he's there. I know why he's there for me, which is he's going to clean up this place and he's going to kill animatronic robots. Like, it's very unclear what he is. He's almost like I don't know if you guys felt this way, but it's like, it's very weird that he's like the model employee where he takes his breaks on time. He does what he's supposed to do, and he's very obliging to the policewoman who tried to murder him and feed him to the animatronics. Like, he gives him that "hello, ma'am" kind of like gesture when he's outside throwing away the trash bags. But yeah, like the exposition dumps, and I'll be honest, the side story with the kids kind of just like, this movie feels like it would have been way better if it was just Nicolas Cage trapped in that Wonderland, and we didn't really get a reason why he's being attacked.
As soon as the kids showed up, I was like, oh, they just got inserted into this movie so that there would be a body count.
Which is fine, but because like I don't mind a good slasher movie with a kill count, but it just felt like the movie's strength was Nicolas Cage. Like, it's weird. You could almost like make an entirely silent movie out of this without having any of that dialogue. And it would be like really bizarre and interesting, but
I think I would probably way more enjoy just watching like almost like a bottle movie where it's just him trapped inside for 24 hours alone with these animatronics. Like, the kids just add so little to it.
I did have fun though, like Ryan did. That's the thing. I did have fun, so I won't dismiss it because like the Ryan, do you remember the truck driver that's in cahoots with the businessman that owns him? His dialogue at the beginning where he's like almost unintelligible, going like, "Oh, dang gum, you're one of them people who don't talk that much. Oh, dang gum, dang gum." Like, that was like, had me going.
What I liked about it too is you kept on expecting Nick Cage to say something.
Mm-hmm.
They had long holds on him on the camera after he killed stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, I kept on waiting for him to say something to the effect, "Your circuits are fried," or something. I don't know. But he never had that moment. He literally just kills the things, puts on a new shirt. And at the end, he gets his car and drives off.
He might be a superhero because, like, Willy slices that sheriff in half in one swipe, but then Willy slashes Nicolas Cage like 15 times in the chest, and he's totally fine.
And then Nick Cage goes crazy and punches him over and over again.
Mm-hmm. I loved when she got sliced in half because I'm like, there's no good character in this movie except for him. All of them are like, well, I guess the girl too, but like pretty much everybody's a terrible human being or like a weak human being in the movie. So, but like Nicolas Cage's performance, like I appreciated the level of commitment to not say a word or to give him that silent performance, because it's kind of like if the character from Drive, the driver, like drove really far and then we pick up on this movie. So it's almost like this weird like direct to video sequel to Drive set in a weird in a weird Chuck E. Cheese place. Like,
how dare you? Can't even touch that movie, that masterpiece.
No, but you have to think about it though. How often does Ryan Gosling talk in that movie? Very little. After the events of having to, like save the day and Drive, he drives so long, he gets so worn out, and he becomes Nicolas Cage. And that's where we pick it up. Also, by the way, that pinball dance is pretty freaking fun. When he's just dancing around the pinball machine.
It's funny at that point. Laura, she said, "I like this movie, but why is there a pinball machine in the kitchen? And why is he dancing?" I said, "Who knows?"
It's the break room.
The place is a mess. I'm sure they were like moving stuff around and then stopped.
Yeah, I'm sure there's an explanation, but it's okay not to. The reason I like this more than Psycho Goreman is I think it's just the lunacy is more in it, and in Psycho Goreman, it just, I don't know.
That's funny. I thought Goreman is way more insane. Like, you got kids turning into brains and.
Yeah, I mean, in that regard, yeah, I think so. But the lunacy, I mean, in this is mean, why does Nick Cage tell that one chick, while that weird chameleon animatronic said, you know what, hang on a second. He doesn't say anything. He just leaves, drinks more of his energy drink, plays pinball, and then comes back and kills it. So to me, that's way more goofy than, Power Ranger monsters fighting.
Can we talk about too how like improbably pretty this movie looks, like visually? Like it's very well shot by David Newbert. Like the photography in this film is like striking. Like, and I'm like, this seems unreasonable for this movie.
Well, here's the thing too, though, is when Psycho Goreman comes out on Blu-ray, I'm probably going to buy it because I'm hoping they're going to have special features on it. Mm-hmm. And because I want to see how they made it, and I want to see the ideas, and I want to hear a commentary. Same thing with Willy's Playland, or Wonderland. I want to.
Yeah, I'd love to hear some commentary if I'm missing something,
Yeah. So I'm hoping. I know there's already a Blu-ray for it because when I ordered it on Amazon through Prime, I got an alert that stuff you might like is Willy's Wonderland Blu-ray. So,
right on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it's fun to watch these. I know we've done a couple of them lately, but
this is fun because it's like an experiment. Like it is. I mean, not like MST3K, but like it's like an experiment. To see what's on the finger of the pulse one. I will say that like I didn't have any interest in that Banana Splits movie, so I feel like I kind of got the experience I was going to get out of that with this movie. So
yeah, that one's still sitting on my shelf. I got Banana Splits movie for $2.99 on Black Friday.
Okay, you gotta let me know how that is because I'm
yeah, I'll let you know.
Did your copy of Kid Detective ever show up?
Yeah, it's sitting on my shelf. I need to watch it.
Okay, so 2 years from now.
Yeah, maybe. At this rate, fuck yeah, it's going to be 2 years.
Brad, it took me 5 years to get him to watch one Criterion. Kid Detective's not getting anywhere near the player for a while.
Oh, it's fine. It'll just be my movie for now.
Fuck, I gotta. You know what? Right now, February 15th, I'm going to watch every single movie I haven't watched by the end of 2022.
Okay.
Don't hold your breath though, because you will die.
What? Like, name one random title. Like, out of there, like, I mean, like, guys, it turns out Kid Detective is my favorite movie of all time after watching everything.
I mean, I like it, but I'd be surprised if it was your favorite.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. It's like I said. If your main interest is just to see Nicolas Cage ham it up and like just brutally fist punch.
I did like how they got around certain elements of the special effects with their lighting and whatnot. Like it does look interesting.
I think my favorite fight was when he fought the gorilla in the bathroom. I thought that was really fun.
Oh my god, that gorilla like berating him as he looks through each stall. Like that was awesome.
Or then he does like a curb stomp with the gorilla on a urinal.
Oh god, right before he does that, he goes like, "But I'm sorry." Wait, here's a question for everybody: favoriteest animatronic animal and least favorite. Because I've got
in the film, or
in the film, yeah.
I think my favorite was the gorilla,
mm-hmm.
And my least favorite, I want to. It was probably the siren, Sarah, or something.
Okay,
just because you could tell it was a person with a paper mache head or something.
Yes, I will say I kind of didn't care about her because my favorite's the gorilla, like yours. My least favorite is Tito Tortoise. Not because of anything specific other than he's like, he doesn't even try to do anything. Like he gets so close to killing that cop.
And he also says my balls in Spanish, so that's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, that's funny. But again, like if we're talking to like who's the most capable of these animal serial killers, like I'm going to be honest, Willy the Weasel or the person who inhabited him in the exposition, they're like he assembled the baddest of the bad to take families into their playroom to slaughter them. And I'm like, if this is Willy's crew, I think Willy should have had better recruiting practices because these are not capable people.
I mean, I don't know how many serial killers are in a small town, so maybe his options were limited.
Well, yeah, I guess so. He had to. It's like a B-list and D-list squad combined somehow. Like the one that tricks you the most is the toad-looking one or whatever, the one who's like, I'm a good one. I'm not evil, and then she has like the tongue that breaks that kid's neck. But actually, the most useless one is the knight. Like, he's the most useless because he gets knocked out super quick.
Well, he does kill somebody though.
He does, but like, all that girl has to do is knock him over once, and he's done. We never see him again.
Yep.
I don't know why. I don't know why I'm getting super invested in the like Mortal Kombat abilities found within these animatronic robots. But obviously Willy the Weasel's the creepiest because he has the best set pieces for musical showmanship.
Yes. All right. Next week, I think I want to see Minari, but it's, up to you guys.
Yeah, I was going to see it anyway, so.
Cool.
Minari sounds good, yeah.
Playing at the Mayan, so.
Oh, sweet. Thanks for listening, and talk to you guys next week. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Real Nerds Podcast. Real Nerds Podcast is a production of Nebulous Visions Multimedia. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill and Plan 9 Studios for our kick-ass theme song. Also, if you're in the Denver area and you're looking for a cool place to see movies, we see them at the Alamo Drafthouse in Littleton and now also in Sloan's Lake. Thank you to Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics for supplying us with all our comic needs, especially you, Andrew. You know who you are. And a big shout out to James's mom. I'm giving you an electronic hug that you can feel through the airwaves. Thanks for listening, and have a nice day.